Namaste students. In this video we are going to discuss the verb forms, and this is useful for the second PU students in their examination, upcoming examination, and this is for 3 marks. This is for 3 marks you are going to write, and it is very simple and easy. See, verb forms, and verb forms in the question paper given to change the verbs into passive form of the verb which is given in the bracket, and this is question number 26. Okay, yes, verb forms. What is verb? First of all, verb is an action word, you know very well, and these verbs, see, especially as I have told you, we are going to change into passive voice. So what is this passive form? You might have heard active and passive form. Active and passive form. Okay, see, this active form, the structure in active form, structure of the sentence in the active form is subject, verb and object. Okay, this object is very important. If you do not have the object in the sentence, you cannot change into passive voice. To change any sentence into passive voice, object is very important. Okay, see, what is subject and object? It is very easy to identify which is subject in the sentence, which is object in the sentence. Okay, before you know what is object and what is subject, you need to know what is verb. Verb, as we have discussed, verb is an action word which shows the action in the sentence. ಏನು ಕಾರ್ಯ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಆ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆ ವರ್ಬ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ವರ್ಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇನ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್, ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೂವರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಷನ್. ಡೂವರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಡೂವರ್, ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್. Okay, for example, I'll write here, Raju kicked the ball. Raju kicked the ball. So here in the sentence, kicked is action, is going on in the sentence, verb. So who is kicking here? Who is the doer? Raju is the doer. So Raju is subject in the sentence. This is verb. And who is the receiver of the action? Receiver, ಯಾರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ? ಬಾಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಒದಿತಾ ಇರೋದು ರಾಜು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒದಿತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಏನನ್ನ? ಬಾಲ್, ದ ಬಾಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸನ್ನು, another part, this part will be, it must be answer for what or who or whom it should be. Let us check once. Raju kicked. What he kicked? He kicked the ball. So this is answer for what, so that the ball is considered to be object. Very simple. Okay, yes, this is about subject, verb, object in active form. Okay, so this is the example for active form of sentence. Passive voice, active voice, as we have been discussing, this is the active voice, example of active voice. So now passive voice. So the same sentence, the ball was kicked by Raju. See, look at this sentence. What are the changes? Ball, as we have discussed here, it is object. Was kicked is verb. Raju is subject. Okay, and this is preposition. Very important. This preposition is very important. Okay, so now active voice sentence format or the structure is SVO, whereas the passive form, the structure of the passive form is object plus be verb be verb, so this is be verb, plus V3 form of main verb, V3 form, I'll tell you that, V3 form of main verb, plus preposition by, plus subject. So this is what. Okay, object and subject are same, just vice versa. And see, and one more thing I would like to tell you, when we use active voice and when we use passive voice, when the subject is important and when you wish to mention the subject in the beginning, you have to write in the active form or active voice. And when the object is important, and sometimes when the subject is unknown, we don't know the subject. For example, you might have seen in the newspapers, see, the gold is stolen. The gold is stolen. Stolen. The bank is robbed. Okay, you might have heard, you might have read on the newspapers. Okay, see, the gold is object, is stolen is be verb plus V3, and there is no subject. There is no subject in the sense we don't know the doer of the action, we don't know the thief who has stolen it. ಯಾರು ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೂವರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕೋರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್, ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಸ್ನ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಕಡೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್. ಈ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಭಾಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So now, so as we have discussed, this is the pattern of the passive voice. So you are writing this type of sentences as fill in the blanks in your examination. Okay, so let us understand what are be verbs and what is this part. This part is very important, very important. You have to concentrate on this part, because changing the object, placing the object in the place of subject, placing the subject in the place of object is very simple, and adding preposition is also simple. And see, look at this part and this part and this part, all three parts are very simple, but we have to concentrate on this part, verb. See this one, this part, how to change, and what are the parameters and what are the competencies we have to follow to change active voice into passive voice. Let us learn some basic things, and let us continue to the examples from your question paper. Yes, now as I told you, this part, be verb plus V3. So this format, object plus be verb plus V3 plus preposition by plus subject. This is the format of passive voice, as I told you. Yes, and this part is very important. Okay, what are be verbs? What are be verbs? Be verbs are am, is, are, was, were, being, be, been. So these are the be verbs. These are the be verbs. And where we supposed to use? Okay, and so please mark one more very important rule. To change active voice into passive voice, there are two important things you have to concentrate on. One is you have to identify the number of the object, and another important point is tense of the sentence. Tense of the sentence which is given in your question paper or in your test paper. Okay, so these two things, number of the object, ball is object, which number it is, number, singular or plural, you have to identify which number, whether it is singular or plural, you have to identify first, and then is you have to identify which tense it is. Okay, if you do these things first, then it is very easy to change active voice into passive voice. Okay, and now am, is, are, was, were, being, be, been, these be verbs, which number we supposed to use with which tense we have to use in these verbs. That is what we are going to learn now. We are going to learn how to use these be verbs according to the number of the object. Okay, I am talking about object. They can also be written with the subject, but that is in active voice. But now we are discussing passive voice, so that I am continuing with object, number of the object, not the subject, because we cannot depend upon the subject to write the number of the number form, or the verb agrees. See, this verb agrees with the ball, subject verb agreement you might have learnt. Okay, and they should not agree with subject, so that number of the object, whether it is singular or plural. The ball is singular, right? Yes. Tense of the sentence. So tense of the sentence, we have not written the verb yet. And how to identify the tense of the sentence? Dear children, here in your question paper, once you have read the question, the paragraph, 2-3 line fill in the blanks paragraph, one or the other sentence must have a verb. Okay, you have to concentrate on. I'll take the one example from the question paper and I'll tell you later. Okay, and then one verb will be given in the question. Thereby you can easily identify whether the paragraph is in present tense or past tense. Most probably your questions are asked in past tense. Okay, so now this am is singular and it is used in present tense, and this is also singular and used in present tense. Okay, am is used only with the subject I, you know very well, and except that other singular in present tense we use is, and are is plural in present tense, was is singular in past tense. See here, present tense 3, past tense, and were is plural verb in past tense. Okay, being is used in continuous tenses, where it is used continuous tenses. Continuous tenses. Continuous tenses in the sense may be present continuous, past continuous, future continuous. Any three, all these three sentences may have will have being in passive form. Be is used with modal auxiliary verbs, for example will, shall. Okay, no tense is required to learn these three, only here present and past, and here it is depending upon the corresponding tenses. As I told you, the continuous tenses and the modal auxiliary verbs, will or shall. For example, shall I, okay, let us discuss this. Will be done, shall be done, will be gone, should be finished, could be finished, can be finished, might be finished, might be completed. Okay, so these are the examples. Be verb will be used after the modal auxiliary verbs, especially simple future tense. Okay, been is used in perfect tenses. Perfect tenses in the sense present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect tenses. For example, it has been done, the work has been completed, the people have been punished. Okay, so these are the examples. Okay, and this is used in perfect tenses. And I have not discussed, only tenses I have discussed here, and I have not discussed which number, right? These words, irrespective of number, they are used in these tenses. Okay, ಯಾವುದೇ ನಂಬರ್ ಇರಲಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಇವು ಈ ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಬಿ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ನ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಇದಾಯಿತು. ಮತ್ತು ಬಿ ವರ್ಬ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವು ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತವು. ಈಗ ಈ V3 ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಬೈ ಮತ್ತು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕ್ವಶನಲ್ಲೇ, ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು V3 ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಪ್ಯಾಸಿವ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. Okay, so V3 form andre you might have heard, see for example, go, went, gone, write, wrote, written. Okay, work, worked, worked, close, closed, closed. So these are just examples, that's it. Okay, you might have heard these forms of verb. These verbs are main verbs. Until now, be verbs, as we have discussed, they are helping verbs. They are helping verbs, and this part is main verb. This is helping verb and this is main verb. Helping verb part we have learned. Especially in passive voice, we write only be forms of the helping verbs. Helping verbs are also called auxiliary verbs. Yes. Okay. So now this form, first one is called V1, and this is V2, and this is V3. These forms, and the words which end with ed like this are called regular verbs, and which do not end with, and three forms are different, and they are called irregular verbs. And if the all verb forms are same, they are called peculiar verbs. Okay, and these forms are very important, dear children. One more suggestion I would like to give you: in most of the NCERT textbooks, at the last of your textbook you can find these type of verb forms. You have to refer, and you have to keep almost all the verbs which are given in the last pages of your textbook. You have to memorize them. Okay, and if you know how to change and how to write the V3 form of the verb, then only you can complete the passive form, or else not. So that you have to learn this first. Yes, and V2, V1 is present form of the verb, and V2 is past form of the verb, and V3 is not future form. This is past participle form. Past participle form of the verb. Past participle forms are used in perfect tenses and in passive voice. I'll tell you now. Okay, see, participle form, and also you might have heard present participle also. What is present participle? If you add ing to V1, so that is present participle. Sometimes gerund also. You will learn later. We will discuss later in the next video. Yes, going, writing, walking, closing. So these words are present participle. Now we are discussing past participle, and this is the V3 form, and these two together should be placed here in case of these examples. Okay, in active voice if it is given go, and in passive voice it will be changed along with the be verb as was gone, or is gone, will be gone, like this. Okay, let us take some examples and discuss. Okay, as we have discussed here, the same example I would like to continue with. Raju kicked the ball. Okay, so let us replace this. Now this is subject, verb and object. Okay, see here I have already written the answer, and I will tell you now how this answer will be the right answer for this question. Okay, so now, however, we have identified which is subject and which is object, and we have to write in the format of object, be verb, V3 and by with the preposition and then subject. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಲೆಟರಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಇದೆ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್. ದ ಬಾಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಇದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕಂಡು ನೋಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಈಗ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ನಂಬರಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ವಿಚ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ವಿಚ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್. The ball is singular. The balls plural. The ball is singular, so that I have to find the be verb which I had already written. You might have noted down here, there. Okay, and singular I'll write here, singular and this which tense it is? Kicked is past tense. So which is the singular past form of the be verb? Singular past form of the be verb is none other than was. Was is the singular past form of be verb. Okay, so that I have written. Okay, object is finished and be verb is finished. Now V3. V3 form of what? V3 form of the verb which is given in the sentence. We should have to write the V3 form of the given verb which is given in your question paper, which is given in the bracket. Immediately after the dash it is clearly given in the bracket the clue verb, and you have to change that verb into passive form. Passive form is nothing but past participle form of the verb. Past participle form of the verb or past participle form nothing but V3 form is kicked itself. Kicked. Regular verb this is. See, kick, kicked, kicked. Kick is present form, kicked is past form. Again V3 form is also same, kicked, which ends with ed. So that is called regular verb. Was kicked by preposition is regularly used by, which is the subject here? Raju. Raju. So now look at the answer. The ball was kicked by Raju. The ball was kicked by Raju. So this is how you supposed to change. Okay. And after we have taken the example, one more important rule or important point to be noted in your mind, I'll discuss now. Okay. Dear children, dear students, there are 12 tenses. Mainly there are only 3 tenses in English. So each tense out of 3 main tenses, for example present, past and future, each tense has 4 corresponding tenses. I call them corresponding tenses. For example, present, simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. In the same way for past tense also and future also. Past simple, past continuous, past perfect continuous, past perfect, and then future simple future tense, future continuous, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. So these are the 12 corresponding tenses you have to concentrate on when you are changing active sentence into passive voice. Okay, but out of these 12 tenses, as we have discussed now, all 12 tenses cannot be changed into passive voice. Okay, out of this only 8 tenses can be changed into passive form. Okay, out of that, see, I would like to write here simple, continuous, perfect continuous, perfect continuous tenses. Okay, simple tenses are 3 because present simple, past simple and future simple. So there are 3 simples and there are 3 continuous, there are 3 perfects and there are 3 perfect continuous, right? So there are total 3 into 4, 12 tenses. See, out of this, perfect continuous tenses are not generally passive voiced. We cannot say cannot be passive voiced, are not generally passive voiced. We don't use them in passive voice. Okay, and then plus 3 plus another one, as I told you, only 8 tenses are used to be changed into passive voice. So minus 3 is 12 minus 3 is 9. Another one tense is future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is also not generally passive voiced. Future continuous. Okay, future continuous plus all perfect continuous tenses, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous plus future continuous. These 4 tenses cannot be passive voiced generally. Okay, and then remaining 8 tenses. So out of 8 tenses, let us take few examples of tenses. Okay, so now, so this is simple past tense, as we have discussed, simple past tense, and I use one more in simple present tense. principal gave away the prize. Principal gave away the prize. Here principal, subject, gave, verb, away, adverb, prize is object. Okay. So here okay, the same, this is also simple past tense. As we have discussed, let us take it in simple present tense. Okay, because we have already discussed one example from simple past tense. Principal give, and yes form should be added here because principal is singular present tense, takes yes form with the verb. Okay, principal gives away the prize. Okay, and this sentence can be changed like this: the prize. So as we have discussed, we have to concentrate on the number. Prize is singular and the tense of the sentence is simple present tense. Simple present tense is nothing but present tense here, right? Present singular form of be verb is what? The prize is singular as well as it is used in present tense is, and give is the base verb, and which is the V3 form of give, given, give, gave, given. So here the prize is given by the principal. Away, one more word is here, given away by, and away should be used immediately after the verb here because it is adverb, and I am using here by principal. This is the example for simple present tense. Okay, so let us take one example from continuous tenses, any other continuous, maybe present continuous, past continuous or future. Let's continue to the another example from continuous tense. So there are three continuous tenses as we have discussed: present continuous, past continuous and future continuous, but future continuous cannot be passivized. Let us discuss any one of or two of present and past continuous tenses. Okay, the minister was punishing the criminal. This sentence is in active voice. Here the minister is subject, was punishing is verb, this is helping verb and main verb in ing, so that we can consider this is continuous tense, especially past continuous tense. The criminal is object. Okay, so when we are changing active to passive form, as we have discussed, object first and then verb and then subject with the preposition. Okay, so the criminal. So two important things I told you to keep in your mind. One is we need to understand the number of the object, not the subject here. Number of the object we have to identify. Second important point is tense of the sentence. I told you earlier, this is in past continuous tense, mainly past tense. Okay, past continuous tense, past continuous is the corresponding tense of past tense. Okay, so past tense consider. Okay, now singular past tense of the be verb. Which is the singular past tense of the be verb? Was. Okay, was itself. This was itself. Don't think that I have just copied from the question. I have not copied from the question. If it is the criminals in the case of plural, I cannot copy this verb. I have to write were in the case of criminals here. If it is the criminals, were we have to use, not was. Okay, don't think that I have copied here. Yes. Okay, the criminal was. Okay, I have written verb and then object plus be verb plus V3 plus preposition by plus subject. This is the format of passive voice, right? And this is finished. Be verb is also finished here. Okay, and V3 form. B form is not yet finished because this is continuous tense. We have to use being. The word being should be added between the helping verb and the main verb. Was being punished, is being punished, is being completed, were being demolished. So like this, between helping verb and the main verb should be in V3 form. Main verb should be in V3 form or past participle form. Okay, past participle form of what? The same main verb which is given. Punishing is the main verb, base verb here punish, base word is punish. So if you take the word punish, which is the V3 form of this punish? Punished. Punished is the V3 form, V3. So between this helping verb and main verb, I have added this word being. Especially in continuous tenses, we have to add the word being between these two verbs. Okay, and then finally the preposition by. So V3 is finished, be verb is finished, and preposition by, and remaining one is subject. Which is the subject here? The minister, doer of the action. The minister. The minister. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, and if it is in present tense, I'll just give you orally. If it is, this is past continuous tense, and take the same example in present continuous tense. If the question is, the minister is punishing the criminal, the answer would be, the criminal is being punished. Is being punished, because it is present continuous, so that we have to use present singular be verb. Because it is singular here and singular form, and it is present tense, present form of the be verb, and the criminal is being punished by the minister. These are the example for continuous tenses. And I told you, future continuous tense will not be or is not generally passive voiced, and other three tenses, other three perfect continuous tenses cannot be passive voiced. Okay, so now one more example I would like to take from the question paper. Okay, let us copy one question from the question paper. Okay, this is the 26th question. Donna Laura said that many stories dash bracket, the verb clue which is given is tell, by the fishermen about how the silver maiden dash, the clue word is wash here, maiden away by the tide, full stop. They affirmed that the name that dash, the clue word is right, by her on the sand, by her on the sand, remained for a long time. remained for a long time. Okay, so this is the sentence for which we have to answer now by having the pre-knowledge which we have discussed till now. Okay, there are 3 clue verbs given, and I told you in the beginning of the video this question is for 3 marks, question number 26. Yes, and now only we have to concentrate is very simple. There are 2 important things. One is number of the object and tense of the sentence. Okay, tense and number we have to follow now. Okay, so this is not the sentence, this is the paragraph. So that, sir, how to identify the tense of the sentence, because the verb still not considered and not finalized, you may ask. But so remember one thing, when the paragraph is given in your question paper, one or the other sentence must have a verb which shows or which denotes the tense of the entire paragraph. If one sentence is written in past tense, almost all the sentence in the paragraph must be written in past tense itself. Don't try to mix up the tenses. Okay, if you start with present tense, it should be completed in present tense itself. If you start with the past tense, it should be completed in the past tense itself. So look at that sentence, Donna Laura said. Look at this verb which is given in the question. Which tense it is? Past tense. So now all the 3 verbs should be, or the entire paragraph should be written in past tense. Now we have to remember the be verbs of past tense. Be verb of past tense are, which are the be verbs? Past tense. Was and were. Only these 2. Was is singular, were is plural. That's it. See how simple it is? Yes. Now, many stories is the object here in the first sentence. Many stories, plural. Right? So, which is the plural be verb there in the past tense? Were. Okay. So which is the V3 form or the past participle form of the verb which is given in the bracket? Don't write any other verbs. Tell is told. So V3 form is told. So many stories were told by the fishermen about how the silver maiden is singular, and this should be was here, and then wash, which is the V3 form? Washed. Silver maiden was washed away by the tide. They affirmed that the name is object here. Here this is the object. Okay, singular. The name is singular. The name that is singular, and past tense. However, the name was plus, which is the V3 form or past participle form of the verb write, written. Was written. The name that was written by her on the sand remained for a long time. So this is the best example, and this is the solution for the question. And now one more suggestion at last I would like to give you. So whenever you practice these kind of questions, even as I have discussed in the previous video about the reported speech, so both the questions, whenever you are practicing, you have to follow the textbook. So because by practicing more example from the textbook will give you more knowledge, and also that is easy and also helpful for your exams. Thank you very much.
Dear students, I hope you have enjoyed the class, and Mr. Manohar sir clearly explained about 2 major grammar topics, 26th main and 27th main. And 26th main is about verb forms,
yes,
and 27th main is about reported speech. And I hope he has clearly explained with the examples, and it is quite interesting. I must say thanks behalf of KPS family. Thank you very much, Mr. Manohar sir, for your great class.
Thank you.